Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Mr. Brother Bayan here to bring you a quick lesson. Prior to get started, I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect. You Akim, you Akwaz, with you brothers and sisters in Hebrew that believe. Okay? And this is going to be a fairly quick lesson, through the spirit, through some videos I was watching today. One of the precepts that came up in a spirit that you don't want to be in is being caught up in this world, in these times to come. All right, this time we got World War III in the brinks. We got JT that's gonna come. In the midst of that, all of these major points of the scriptures is coming abroad right now. All right, and the last thing you want to do is lose focus. All right, you don't want to lose focus at this point in time. All right, this is the sports analogy. This is a 2-minute drill. This is the fourth quarter. All right, this is when you need to lock in and tap into whatever you can tap in to and win the game. All right. No bullshit, no what's the word? No lollygagging. This is the time to truly lock in. If you haven't been locked in, through this entire time, this is definitely the time to do so. All right. We rolling into the end of the times, man. Just look at the times, and you could back it up with the scriptures. Okay, rumors of war. All right, the third woe. All right, all of these things. Which that third woe goes into World War III. All right, and now it's being broadcasted that we're in World War III. All right, America is a part of this. All right, but this is not the time to lose focus. Okay, and again, this is gonna be real quick, quick pop. But this is the book of Saint Luke, chapter 9 and 62. It says, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh Yahushua. All right? If you're putting your hand to this work, you're looking back and you're losing focus. All right? This is not the time to lose focus. Keep the first things first and keep your eyes single to Yahweh Yahushua. All right? If you haven't been doing that, faithfully 100%, this is the time to do it. All right, because obviously, again, the brothers are still preaching that that grace period is still open. The Lord is still allowing people to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, but the last thing you want to do is give up at this point in time through the things that you're going through, because the one thing you got to know is that we're all going through something. All right, we all going through our types of trouble, whether it's either financially or is dealing with family members, just dealing with whatever it may be. All right, the Lord never said that this thing was going to be easy. All right, but no matter what, if it's easy or not, you just got to continue to work, man. All right, and the best way I like to think about it is that say that you're hiking, you're doing something strenuous, to your body. All right. Sometimes, you can't look forward. All right. You can't look forward, and you just I don't know what that feeling is, but for some reason, when you're going through that pain and you're walking, you just can't look forward. But when you really want to tap in and keep going, you just put your head down and you keep on moving, man. All right. But that's the best way I can explain it. Brothers may explain it, other ways, else. But I just know when I get to that point where I'm working real hard, when it's time to dig deep, all right, I put my head down and I move forward, all right. And then, all of the thoughts and everything just goes through my mind, speaking to the Lord, praying to the Lord, motivating myself, all of these things that's going on. Put your head down and keep your hands on the plow, again, what it said in the book of St. Luke, All right. So like not what it said in St. Luke, but in the book of St. Luke, talking about if you take your hands off of the plow. All right. What we need to do is keep our hand on the plow and just keep on pushing, keep on moving, man. All right. But again, I said this was going to be a quick hit, but this is the last precept I'm going to bring out. This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and 4. It says, no man that warreth entangled himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. All right, we're a soldier. We are soldiers, you know, of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. All right, of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. So in that manner right there, block out the noise, man. Block out the noise. We can see that our salvation is nearer than what we believe, man. You know, and that's beautiful that the Lord is giving us this motivation to see these things, you know, pop up, you know, specifically with, you know, World War III and all these things that's going on. All right. We know that the C-HIP is in the mix. You know, we're just waiting for a couple more things to be implemented, you know, and then sure enough, we're going to be in the midst of JT, man. All right. Right now, we're still at the beginning. We still are at the beginning stages of everything. But, you know, again, we know that the Lord is working, man. We can clearly see through everything that's going on in the world right now that the Lord is working. All right. So if the Lord is working, you need to be working as well. All right. Don't take your hands off the plow. You know, don't get entangled with the bullshit. You know, don't let Satan, you know, overthrow you with his devices, you know, that he may throw at you. All right. At this point in time, man, Jay just needs to lay back, be cool in whatever scenario that they're going through, and just work. All right. And I think that's pretty much the point, man. You know, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to push it any more further. But, you know, continue to keep your hands on the plow. You know, put your head down and continue to work until, you know, the Lord blow that whistle, man, until the game is over. All right. But I pray that this lesson was edifying or trying to get out of here. I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem and Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, you Akim, you Aqua, which is you brothers and sisters in the Hebrew that believe. Shalom.